See, Meghan Markle thinks her latest venture is going to make her a billionaire, and yet she feels guilty about having money. I mean, honestly, this is really getting tiresome.
Lemonada's ad partner is Gretchen Rubin Media.
Imagine this: Meghan Markle, the self-styled Duchess of global relevance, standing at the edge of another glittering stage only to be told, in no uncertain terms, that she's not welcome. Not by a tabloid, not by a royal insider, but by an entire nation. India, a country known for its pageantry and pride, has just delivered a blow that's left Meghan seething in a way we haven't seen since her royal exit. The Indian embassy has denied her visa to attend the Miss World 2025 grand finale in Hyderabad. And the reason? She was never invited in the first place. Let that sink in.
Get the high end of that because of name recognition, but based on the analytics provided by Fast Company magazine this week, Meghan's made approximately $40,000 for season 1 of Confessions of a Female Founder. Not exactly Spotify money, and if she's trying to be a billionaire...
This isn't just a rejection, it's a public humiliation on a global scale, and it's a stark reminder that the world doesn't bend to Meghan Markle's carefully curated narrative. Let's set the stage. The Miss World 2025 grand finale is one of the most prestigious events on the global calendar. Held in Hyderabad's glittering HighEx Exhibition Center, it's a celebration of beauty, philanthropy, and empowerment values the pageant has championed for decades. Dignitaries, celebrities, and philanthropists from across the world are invited to witness a spectacle that's as much about cultural impact as it is about glamour. And Meghan Markle, ever the opportunist, saw this as her chance to reclaim a spotlight she's been chasing since stepping back from royal duties.
Feeling guilty about having money. I mean, we all know that they have it. Why are you talking about it? It's really quite gauche, isn't it?
It is, but that's not the line that I took away from it. She talked about a scarcity mindset.
Sources close to her team reveal she had been planning this appearance for months. Her stylist was on speed dial. Her wardrobe meticulously selected elegant saree-inspired gowns to honor the host country, and her PR machine was already spinning tales of her anticipated role at the event. There was just one problem: no one in India had actually invited her. The Indian embassy's rejection of her visa wasn't a quiet bureaucratic shuffle, it was a deliberate, public statement. According to official reports, Meghan's application was denied not for security reasons, not for incomplete paperwork, but because there was no record of her being an official guest. The Miss World organizers were quick to clarify: no invitation had been extended, no seat reserved, no role planned. In their words, Meghan Markle's involvement was never under consideration. Ouch! If that doesn't sting, I don't know what does. But here's where it gets worse: Meghan's team had already leaked to the press that she'd be attending. Outlets like the Daily Mail and Page 6 ran headlines speculating about her special appearance, complete with insider quotes about how she planned to support women's empowerment at the event. All of this built on a foundation of pure fantasy. Now, let's pause for a moment and consider the audacity here. This is a woman who once married into the British royal family, who still clings to the title of Duchess of Sussex, assuming that her name alone would open doors to a country she has no diplomatic ties to, no cultural connection with, and frankly, no reason to be involved within this context. India, however, wasn't playing her game. The embassy's rejection was a brick wall, and the world noticed. Social media erupted with hashtags like #MeghanNotWelcome and #IndiaSaysNo, trending across platforms from London to Mumbai. One Indian journalist summed it up perfectly in a viral tweet: "Miss World is for those who earn their place through merit, not for entitled celebrities looking for a photo op." Double ouch. If Meghan thought her royal-adjacent status would earn her a free pass, she was gravely mistaken. But let's dig deeper into Meghan's reaction, because this is where the real drama unfolds. Sources say she was absolutely seething when the news broke behind closed doors. She reportedly lashed out at her team, blaming them for the oversight while simultaneously insisting that India should have recognized her importance. Let's unpack that. This is a woman who stepped away from royal duties, who turned her back on the responsibilities that come with a title, yet still expects the red carpet treatment wherever she goes. It's almost as if she believes the world owes her a crown, even after she handed hers back. India, a sovereign nation with a history of standing firm against colonial entitlement, wasn't about to bow to her demands. And why should they? Miss World isn't a platform for vanity projects, it's a stage for women who've dedicated their lives to service. Not for a former actress whose most recent claim to fame is a failed jam business. Speaking of that jam business, let's take a moment to appreciate the irony. While Meghan was busy planning her grand Hyderabad entrance, her lifestyle brand, American Riviera Orchard, was making headlines for all the wrong reasons. Reports surfaced that she's struggling to restock her artisanal jams. Yes, jams, because she failed to secure a proper supply chain. She's out here trying to play global philanthropist, but she can't even keep her strawberry preserves on the shelves. If that's not a metaphor for her crumbling empire, I don't know what is. And let's not forget her other ventures, a Spotify podcast deal that collapsed after one season, a Netflix series that's been panned by critics, and a string of lawsuits against the press that have only deepened her public fatigue. The Miss World snub isn't an isolated incident, it's the latest chapter, a pattern of overreach and rejection. Now, let's talk about the cultural disconnect at the heart of this fiasco. India is a country that values respect, tradition, and authenticity. The Miss World pageant, hosted on its soil, isn't just a beauty contest, it's a celebration of women who've made tangible contributions to their communities. Think charity workers, educators, activists, not a former royal who's better known for her media feuds than her philanthropy. Meghan's assumption that she could waltz into this event without an invitation, without a connection, reeks of the kind of entitlement that India has historically resisted. One Indian pageant fan put it bluntly on Instagram, "We don't hand out visas for publicity stunts. If you want to be here, earn it, and earn it." Meghan did not. Her attempt to align herself with the values of Miss World empowerment, service, impact feels hollow when you consider her track record. This is the same woman who's been accused of bullying palace staff, who's been criticized for tone-deaf ventures like selling $50 jars of jam while preaching about inequality. The hypocrisy is staggering. As the news of her visa denial spread, the public's reaction was swift and merciless. From London to Toronto, royal watchers and casual observers alike took to social media to mock her latest misstep. Memes flooded TikTok, showing Meghan packing her bags with captions like "When you book a flight, but forget to get invited." British tabloids, never ones to miss a chance to pile on, ran headlines like "Meghan's Miss World meltdown," and "India slams the door on Duchess of Drama." Even in the US, where Meghan has tried to build her post-royal brand, the response was scathing. A New York Post columnist wrote, "Meghan Markle thought she could crash India's party, but the only thing crashing is her relevance." The world, it seems, is growing tired of her antics, and India just became the loudest voice in that chorus. But here's the climax of this whole saga. The Miss World 2025 grand finale will go on without Meghan Markle, and no one will care. The event, with its focus on genuine impact and global unity, doesn't need a controversy magnet to make headlines. The women who take the stage in Hyderabad will be there because they've earned it through years of hard work, not through speculative PR and the sense of entitlement. And while Meghan sits at home, likely fuming over this very public rejection, the British monarchy itself has moved on. Prince William and Catherine, the Prince and Princess of Wales, continue to rise in global esteem, representing the kind of quiet dignity and service that Meghan seems incapable of embodying. Her influence, once a force to be reckoned with, has dwindled to little more than clickbait and scandal. So, what does this mean for Meghan Markle? This isn't just a visa denial, it's a reality check. The world doesn't revolve around her self-crafted narrative. No matter how many press leaks she orchestrates or how many designer gowns she commissions, India's rejection wasn't personal. It was principled. It sent a clear message: respect. Credibility and access aren't granted by titles or past glories, they're earned through humility and genuine contribution. And on that front, Meghan has a long way to go. As the cameras flash in Hyderabad and the world celebrates the true stars of Miss World 2025, one thing is certain, Meghan Markle won't be among them. And maybe, just maybe, that's the wake-up call she needs.